Have you been thinking about getting into Forex trading? Forex trading opens up a world of opportunity for those who know how to do it properly. You can experience financial freedom and reap tremendous rewards for your trading skills. Unfortunately, many programs make big promises and throw students into the trading market without the proper knowledge and expertise to succeed. Fortunately, there is a solution. Great White FX Academy is the best place to start your Forex trading journey with the tools, resources, and education necessary to help you thrive in the market. Great White FX is an online Forex training platform that provides technical training that will help you succeed. It is of the utmost importance to have a proper qualitative education to participate in Forex trading, and that is exactly what Great White FX focuses on. You can reach us on Facebook at Great White FX and Forex Educational Academy, on Instagram at Great White FX, on Twitter at Great White FX, or call us at 234-803-930-61888.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening all. You're welcome to weekly review for the 30th of September 2019 with Great White FX. If you can hear me clearly and see my screen, please can you type in yes? If you can hear me clearly and see my screen, please can you type in yes so that we can start off. If you can hear me clearly and see my screen, okay, so we're good to go. So I won't take too much of your time. As always, we'll advise you start, it's basic, you start with the scheduled weekly fundamental calendar. It saves you in the sense that you know when the news is going to come out, and you will not be unfortunate as to be taking a trade during that news event. So you just need to be very, very aware of that. So tomorrow we don't have so much, apart from New Zealand business confidence by 2 a.m., that's West African time. Then China manufacturing PMI by 3 a.m. West African time. Within the day, German prelim CPI. Then by 10:30 a.m., we have this high impact news, current accounts on the pound pairs. Then minor impact, final gross domestic product. Then by 11 p.m., a New Zealand-based business confidence news. But going into 1st of October, you need to be aware the Australian dollar is going to have their cash rate news. It is always a high impact news. So you need to be aware of that. So those of you that might have a carryover trade. So that's aside, let's get into our charting for the week. So looking at the dollar index, the dollar is still slightly pulling a lot of bullish strength. Sorry about this. The dollar is still pulling a lot of bullish strength. As you can see, still pulling a lot of bullish strength. This drop here, as long as price stays above 98.94, it will continue up. But if you see something like this, a break below, retest, then it may drop lower. That's it for the dollar index, and it has the potential to break above and try higher. But for now, if you ask me, the dollar is in an area I consider a resistance zone. So anything can happen here. But if he breaks above and tests 99.37 as support, then it is bullish till almost 99.87, if not 100. So you need to be aware of that on this pair. That's just one of the things you need to be aware of on this pair. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the gold. So looking at gold, this is the storyline with gold. There's a potential that gold may drop lower. It has the potential to drop lower, but as long as price does not close above 1503.69, it may test this lower support structure. But should price close above 1503.69, that should you see something like this, then you know price may head higher. No price may head higher. So that's it for gold. The next pair we're looking at is the USD CHF. Well, if you ask me, this pair can't seem to make up his mind yet. Can't seem to make up his mind. There's a falling trend line. Above that, there is a resistance area that has been tested twice. Then you have this rising trend line that has held. So if this level gives way, and that is this 99.00 is a psychological level, should it give way, then price may come down to this area. And the distance from this point to this area is 32 pips. That's something. So in order to take out that trade, you need to see a break, a retest, and a move lower. But should this 0.9900 hold, then you may see price try to test back the falling trend line. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the Euro USD. We're looking at the Euro USD. The Euro USD, this is a support structure. So there is a possibility that it may drop in here. As long as price does not go back below this low here, as long as price does not go back below 1.0904, there's a potential it may still go higher. When I mean go below, you don't get the close on the 4 hour below this level. You might see it still move higher. So if you ask me on this pair, the best bet is just to wait for a pull, drop. If it gives you a bullish evidence, you take a long trade. But that drop is possible because the dollar index might still move up a bit. So this pair may drop down a bit more before going back. So the next pair we're looking at is a pound dollar. So looking at it, it bounced off this 1.2275, excuse me, 1.2275. So as long as price stays above 1.2275, it has the potential to still move up. But should it break below and retest 2275 and it acts as resistance, then you might see price drop down. But if it holds below here, then you may see price move up a bit. So that's what you just need to be aware of on this pair. So the other pair we'll be looking at is the GBP-CHF. So looking at the GBP-CHF, it has broken below 1.2193. And that area seems to be holding as resistance. The next area of interest might be coming down to this place. But should price go back above 1.2226, then the GBP-CHF is still moving higher. So that's what we need to be aware of this area. So now you have a break on this pair. What you need to see is what happens when it does a retest. It must not close back into this zone. If it closes back into this zone, then you know this break is a trap move and price may continue back up. So the next pair we're going to look at is the USD JPY. So the USD JPY is below a support, a resistance structure. So if it comes in here, it first came in here, there was a rejection. If you ask me, the best thing to do on this pair is to see what happens at this zone. But if you want to, you can short it from here. That's if you're aggressive, you get the rejection from here. It closed back below 108.08. But the best shot will be a close retest and rejection from 107.83. That will make a better shot. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is Euro Yen. So looking at the Euro Yen, well, this pair kind of like tested this swing low here. So now, judging by the way it closed on the daily, let's look at it from the daily point of view. Judging by the way it closed on the daily, this is a bullish engulfing of the 61.8 fib swing. It may move higher. It just may move higher. So the best thing, there are two things here. You wait for it to dip and join long. You'll be safer that way, because you need to wait for a dip, because you may buy here and it will drop lower. So this is no man's land for now. This is no man's land. It's not always advisable to take a trade in no man's land. Except you had a prior position, then you can manage it. Then the next one we're looking at is the pound yen. So looking at the pound yen, let me get rid of this trend line. If it closes back above 132.91, it's going to move back higher. But if it breaks below, retests and gets rejected from 132.22, 132.22, then you know it's going to drop lower. So that's just it for this pair. The next pair we're going to look at is the AUD-USD. Looking at the AUD-USD, seems to be consolidating a bit, but this pair is obviously in a downtrend. It may drop lower towards this zone here. May drop lower towards this zone. So you just need to be aware of it. It may drop lower, because as long as it stays below here, you see the break, retest, it dropped, came back for the second retest and dropped. These are just what we need to be aware of. It may try to rally a bit before dropping back down, but for now, this pair is bearish. And you know, there is rate news coming in on Tuesday, so two things may happen. Those that have been selling may start taking profit, and that might cause it to go back up. So you just need to be aware of that. So the next pair we're going to look at is Euro AUD. As long as the Euro AUD stays above this zone, that's above 6131, it might move higher. But a break below and rejection from 6131 will send it lower. So that's just what you need to be aware of. Because for now, it's sitting above a support structure. Then the next pair we're going to be looking at is a GBP AUD. Well, the GBP AUD, it seems like he's retesting this previously broken trend line. As you can see where the trend line is running from, price is at that area. So you have double confluence. We have a support zone here, and then we have this trend line here. So if it stays above here, it may continue higher. It may run up to either test this area, this trend line, or this resistance zone highlighted here. So that's just what you need to be aware of on this pair. So for now, it's sitting at above the support structure. So I don't think I touched Euro GBP. Did I explain Euro GBP, please? Those that started the class earlier on, did I explain Euro GBP? Okay, I don't think I did. I just had a flashback now and I didn't touch on Euro GBP. So after this pair, I'll look at it and that will be the last pair. So looking at this pair, the dollar card is just basically hinging. As you can see, this is not beautiful. This is just basically not beautiful. So from what I can see, this is first level resistance coming in here. This pair is just ranging badly. But if you ask me, I will tell you, as long as 1.3226 is not taken out. What do I mean taken out? You don't get the 4-hour close, retest and rejection. This pair might still move up. So that's just it. So the next pair we're going to be looking at, the final pair, excuse me, is the Euro GBP. So looking at the Euro GBP, let's look at it from the weekly and the daily point of view. So looking at the Euro GBP, there's a storyline now with this pair. It bounced from his weekly 61.8. But from experience, I've noticed that prior fib levels can act as resistance. And as you can see, we have a swing low here, from which price took off heavily. That was broken. So two things now. And you have this fib level, you have this swing low. This may be a retest of this zone. So if you ask me, a bullish formation on this pair will be confirmed with a close above 89.00. So now let's go down. That's where price is now. If it fails to close above here, it will drop. And you understand that the Euro GBP has a inverse relation to most GBP pairs. So if the Euro GBP should start losing strength, most likely the other GBP pairs might gain strength. So that's just what you need to do. So if you ask me on this pair, wait and see. A bearish close back below 0.8888 will send it lower. So that's just what you need to be aware of. And if you watch, the Euro GBP is retesting a zone. Then if you look at the GBP USD sitting at support, the GBP CHF sitting below a support, the Euro GBP sitting at support. So you just need to be careful. So that is it for this evening. I wish you all for those of you, if you're watching this video on YouTube and you want to attend the sessions, that's the live sessions like this, the link is always posted on my YouTube and on my Facebook page. This is the Facebook handle here. Then the chat will always be posted on the Instagram channel. On the Instagram channel, in my bio, you will get the link to my the link to almost all these other handles there on the Instagram page and bio. So I thank you all for taking your time to attend, and I wish you all a beautiful night's sleep and a blessed trading day ahead. See you all tomorrow evening. Thank you all.